This is Big Business with Sarah. This podcast guides you to finding what you desire most in life and business, because running a business is very much about your personal development. In this podcast, I'm sharing what my clients ask me and how I help them. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the Big Business Podcast. Welcome back to another episode where we discuss strategies and tips for running your own business as a solopreneur. And today we will be discussing a client question coming in from one of my Mastermind clients. She asked me what to do when a client comes to you, but you don't really have an offer for them in your product suite, or as I call it, your product tree. And this can be challenging, for you, because there are several strategies that you can use to turn the situation into an opportunity for growth. And so I'm sharing with you 3 tips today, so you can actually choose from it. Because sometimes it can happen that you're panicking and you're maybe ghosting the client. I know that many people do this actually. Ghosting means not responding to the request and just, letting it go. And that's completely fine if you've done that. But you can always email someone back and saying, hey, you know what? I'm sorry I was overwhelmed, but here I am back again. So that's something that you can do. Or you can offer something that you actually don't want to offer, but that you're thinking, I really, this person really wants me to do this. So I'm going to mold my entire business model around what one person wants. And I'm not even sure if they're my ideal client. And this happens a lot. I'm hearing this, from my clients, and I've done this too. It's very, very human to do so. So I thought, I'm going to help you with this in this podcast. This podcast is a build up from a client question, then a question from the audience, and then after that, a question for you. So we're going to start with that client question. So the first tip I want to give you in this is to brainstorm potential offers, right? So someone comes to you, you don't have the offer for them. This is an opportunity for you to take the time to brainstorm potential offers that align with your skills, experience, and the client's needs. And don't worry too much about having everything figured out yet or perfect. So start with a basic outline and build upon it as you go. So you can also look at, what other people in your field are offering, or maybe people in a completely different field, but that you're thinking, I could actually do this for my business too. And, really brainstorm, be creative. Don't take too much time on this, but really try to find a way, okay, you know what, this person wants this, and these are all different kinds of opportunities. And Marie Forleo already said it, you've got to start before you're ready. And this is why I'm saying it right now in the first tip, is because I don't want you to get stuck into the brainstorm phase and then thinking, I'm not sure if any of the ideas that I have are good. When you're doing that, so how to start before you're ready is to really quickly put together a basic offer or a service that you can present to your client. And so really, if you've done the brainstorm, maybe you thought of 5 different kinds of offers with 5 different kinds of prices, and then see what resonates most and present one offer that's feeling really good. I'm talking more about that later. So also, when you're doing that, imagine the customer journey your client is going to go through. So you can start with a lower priced introductory service and guide the clients towards higher priced services or products in the future. And you can also see how you can align this offer with your product tree. And this, you can hear everything about that in episode 63. I'm talking about it because I do believe that, the thing that you're going to brainstorm about should be a little bit, in line with what you're already offering. So it's very easy for you to upsell from there. So let me use an example. If a client comes to you looking for help with their social media strategy, brainstorm those potential services or products that could help them achieve their goals, because just having a social media strategy is not a goal in itself. They probably want more clients, or they want more aligned clients. So one of the things that you could brainstorm is a social media audit. So looking at how they're doing it right now, give some suggestions on how they can make it better, and and show what kind of service you can offer them. Then another thing you can do is a social media consultation. So that's a little bit different. It's a conversation, and that the person that your potential client wants to know, okay, Sarah, how do I work? How do I create tweets that get 50 retweets? And that's typically something that you can do, if they have a very specific question. Or what you can also offer is a social media management package. So maybe that you're doing that for them, or that you're helping them create a template for that, or it could be really anything. But start with a basic outline of each service or product and present them to your client. And then don't work out every detail, right? So don't say, we're going to do this. No, you're really going to say, this is going to be your result. And you can't promise those 50 retweets, of course, but this is what I'm going to help you with. And how you can explain later. And it's also something for you, start before you're ready, that you're going to figure out. So from there, you can guide them towards higher priced services or products that align with their needs and goals. So maybe if they liked the audit, then maybe they will ask you to create one post a week, or create an email marketing strategy that aligns with their post, or create beautiful call to actions. Or maybe you can create an AI prompts, or 10 AI prompts that is going to help them create posts themselves. There's so much possible, and I think this first step should really be very close to who you are, what you want to offer, what fits your product tree or product suite. You can go back to episode 63, how to do that, and to really find, to really feel like, I've just created this business, but this really fits my desires and also my clients' desires. So the second tip I want to give you is, and it's actually a very easy way to think of something new, is to offer a trial or a beta version or a pilot. So if you're not quite ready to launch a new service or product, or if you're launching many different things and you don't want to overwhelm your people, consider offering a trial or a beta version to your future clients. So this allows you to test your ideas and get feedback from your clients before fully launching. And I'm currently doing that, for instance, for my Thriving program, which I am thinking of turning into a membership. But I know that memberships are quite difficult to maintain. And before that, I want to try also myself, see what my clients want, but also what I want, what I desire from it, what works, what promises can I make, and also what feedback do I receive, to see how the first group reacts before I'm putting everything out there. So how could this work for you? For example, if a client comes to you looking for help with their website design, but you don't have any website design services in your current offerings, considering offering them a trial website design service at a discounted rate. So this allows you to test your website skills and get feedback from your client before fully launching your website design service. So from there, you can guide your clients towards new services that might include other offerings that you are specialized in, or that you're saying, I actually do want to, for instance, if you are already a graphic designer, but you're thinking, I should actually really do something with website design. This is the perfect way to start that. You're asking people, you're not going to give them anything for free, but you are giving them a discount, saying, I'm just starting out. I really want to, work with this, and they're probably already in the trust phase, so trust. And so you're saying, I want to give you a discount, but it's a trial. So I'm going to see, you're going to see if you like it, but me too. So this is a little bit of a risk for the client, and maybe the client said, I don't want that because I want something, full service and, perfectly. Well, then they're not your ideal client, and that's fine. And maybe they're saying, I'm actually really happy with that because I don't have a lot of money and I really need this. So yes, let's do this. So also really kind of figure out, what's the mood, who are you dealing with, and of course, your content should be really speaking to that specific ideal clients. Lots of information. So tip number 3 is offer a complementary service or product. And this is something that I've spoken to about with another client. It was half year ago. And so let me first give the introduction. So when a client comes to you, but you don't have that offer for them, you can actually see if you can offer something complementary. So this allows you to start building a relationship with the client and guide them towards, your higher priced models. So for instance, if a client comes to you looking for help with their PR strategy, consider offering them a complimentary audit, PR audit, or how to write a press release guide or something. And so you can actually build the relationship from there. The thing that I really would want to stress here is that you're using templates to do that, or that you're finding a way to give away free information. So for instance, what I'm doing right here in the podcast is I'm actually giving away a lot of free value. But the reason why I can do it is because it's being broadcasted. Many people can actually listen to it. It's not just for that one person and a very personalized advice. Of course, I'm trying to help you as much as I can. And yes, I think if you would listen to every podcast episode, actually, up until now, you can already build a proper business, actually. But the thing is that, that I'm not giving very specific advice for free. And, for instance, with the PR, the complimentary PR audits, yes, I've done this also. I have done, when I reached 3,000 followers on LinkedIn, was a couple of weeks ago, I offered a free LinkedIn audit and profile audit, profile review, and I used a template with that, and I sent 5-minute looms for free. I said, everything about the profile picture, head image, all those different things, and I helped them make it better, and they did actually. They got back to me after a few weeks saying, yeah, I changed this or that, or this I didn't, but I was using a template, so it was very easy for me to do that. And yes, it cost me time, but these were people that I really liked, that might be a prospect client, but it's also something for me to try, see if I want to help people with LinkedIn. I don't have a LinkedIn offer yet. I do have a training called Converting Content, which is actually also about how to create content for LinkedIn and any other social media platform, and actually to save yourself a lot of time and be consistent anyway. So it's really more of a system. But and I could have offered that to those people. But so, you always kind of think about that. And actually, I could have done that better. Whilst I'm talking about this, I'm thinking maybe you're noticing because I'm a little bit slower. I'm thinking about this while I'm saying this. I could have actually offered them something, really small, saying, what, if you like this, you can also, purchase this or do that. And, my converting content only cost 33 euros. I could have done that. I didn't do that because I didn't really think too much about that. And it was okay for me. But next time I will. I did gain many followers though. So yeah, what's better? In conclusion, when a client comes to you, but you don't have an offer for them, it's very, very important to start with a basic outline of potential services or products. So consider offering a trial or beta version, or offer complimentary service or product that aligns with their needs and yours goals. And by using that start before you're ready, Marie Forleo method, and find ways on what could be a possible upsell in thinking about the customer journey, you can really turn the situation into a win-win for both you and the client. And so if you're finding it difficult to put yourself out there, you can listen to episode 66, so the previous episode, on how I'm sharing why you're never really ready for the next step. And if that makes you, that's the thing. That's the annoying thing. You always think like, yeah, once I reach this milestone, I can do that. But it might be that you're never really reaching it because you're not asking for help or anything, or you're not feeling ready. That's what I'm explaining in the previous episode. So if that actually, if you've listened to the episode and it makes you a bit anxious to put yourself out there, then it might be time to look for the deeper reason of why you're not able to do that. And figuring out, what do you need to feel confident? What is something that is stopping you right now? Maybe your offer, doesn't make any sense. Maybe you just really don't like it. Maybe you're afraid of what people might think. Maybe you're afraid of the current audience that you're having, or that you have one follower that is always very annoying and that you actually should block. Maybe take some time to talk to your friends about this the upcoming week and let them convince you that you are really, really worth it to be seen and work with and make money. And now it's time for one of your questions.
Hi, Sarah. This is Hugo from Amsterdam. I have a question for you. I'm doing a lot of different things at the same time, and I always have new ideas, and I get sidetracked by my own ideas. I have ADHD, and I think it's a strength, actually, but I start so many things, and I do finish a lot of things also, but the totality of projects, some are profitable, some are a little profitable, some are not at all. The total of projects makes it kind of hard to get a clear image of what my business is and should be. So I'm kind of lost for a business identity. Do you have any suggestions how I can, make this work more aligned without losing the fun element of doing everything?
Beautiful question, and thank you for being so open about your diagnosis. And what I'm hearing is a lot of different questions, different things that you want to be answered. And so I think I'm going to answer these a little bit more generally. And I think the 3 questions or tips that I'm sharing with you will help you create a little bit more, a little bit less chaos. So, you may find it helpful to focus on finding the common themes or threads that run through your business, rather than trying to juggle too many individual details at once. And this can help you simplify your messaging and create a clearer, more effective marketing strategy, but also what you're saying, what you want from your business and what your story is about your business to you. So here's a few tips. I want you to first identify your core values. So what is most important to you in your business? What motivates you to do what you do? And this can really help you create a marketing message that resonates with your target audience, but it is also what makes your business unique. And, really finding that reason why you're doing things, and also a little bit, about what I was talking about previously in the first part of the episode. That is also going to make it easier, because it might be that you have new ideas all the time, and then having those clear clear core values can also help you decide which products or services you have to offer or not, and also if they should be for free or paid. Yeah. The second tip I want to give you is to clarify your mission. So what is the ultimate goal of your business? So first, it's your core values, it's things that you find important, the way that you want to do things, but actually what do you want to achieve in your business? What problem do you solve for the world, or what do you need for your clients? So if you are having this figure out, you can better articulate the value that you bring to the table, not just for your clients, but also for yourself. What is the ultimate goal of your business? What do you want to achieve? And actually, you're thinking maybe, yes, I know this, but actually really do it. Write this down. Don't keep it in your head, but make paper a part of this process, and your pen or your laptop, if that's your thing, but really write this down. What do you want to achieve? And the third one, and that's going to help you in your messaging more, is to really focus on the benefits and not the features that you're offering. So one of my clients in my mastermind, actually they just graduated. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, but one of my clients, she had a lot of different features in her business, and that's actually what she advertised on. And she's got loads of clients, so that's not the problem. But because she has all these specializations, and she was working really from specialization to specialization, she was kind of forgetting the results for her clients. So what do her clients actually want? They want to have a results, and it doesn't really matter to the client what kind of specialization she has to help them. So try to find a way, the common thread. How will your product or service make their lives easier, better, more enjoyable? In what way do all of your products or services benefit others? What is the common thread here? And be open to yourself about this. Right? So about these three things. Why are you starting this? And before you're starting something, what do you want the result or the outcome to be? How can you see your output in a larger perspective? So really, really have your message clearly and effectively. Doesn't only benefit your clients, but also you. That's actually what I'm hearing. And finding the common themes between everything that you're doing. So, if you're creating that product tree, which I spoke about earlier, if you're creating that product tree, you'll really see the common threads and also maybe connect the things, because maybe now they kind of feel like they're all different loose ends. But the thing they have in common is you. And so what are maybe the connections that are still missing that you can make? So write this down, draw this. That's also why I created a product tree, to see, this is something that is growing. This is something that I can grow. Maybe sometimes I need to let it rest because it's cold, but using that analogy really worked for me and also my clients, to see the connections that are there, that you can make, and also see, the bridges that you can build between the different branches. And maybe, one of the bridges is a new product, and, you can work from there. So really trusting in yourself, your product tree, and everything that you're putting out there, finding the common thread, and, also a little bit embrace the chaos, but kind of, stop the chaos by building those bridges in everything that you're putting out there. Now, I have a question for you. Today, my question for you is to brainstorm an offer which you haven't done or put out before, and send the offer out to 5 people on your list. Let's see what happens. Yes, I'm really serious about this. Really try to put yourself out there. Don't be too afraid. Think of ways that you can really help your clients, other ways that you can help your clients. And I want to close with that. Actually, Tuesday, it was the graduation of my mastermind, my 3-month mastermind, big business mastermind, and that's my signature program. And there's so many great things were happening actually for the past 3 months. And every time in graduation, we're talking about, what everybody has done. And, there was so much that we've spoken about. And, the main thing was, of course, they learned a lot of new skills, but also they really know how to continue with confidence, in what they're going to do. And, I was just really beyond proud, and they did amazing. For you, it's an opportunity. May 9th, on Tuesday, we're starting the new round of the mastermind. And so, it's a great way for you to step in. And, if you're liking the things that I'm, talking about in the podcast, obviously we're diving way deeper. Also what I spoke about earlier today in the episode, in your specific situation, because everybody's situation is different, and I would coach you in a very personal way, and really thinking about your product tree and what you desire. And those clients decided to be coached by me. And so if you like that, you can go to bureausbb.com/bigbusiness, and you can find all the information there. Then you can fill out the application form, and I will contact you to see if we're a match. I would love to see if we can work together. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you again next week. Thank you for listening to Big Business with Sarah. If you've enjoyed today's episode, leave a 5-star review and hit subscribe. If you're ready for your next step in business, you can find out how to work with me in the show notes. Do not forget to submit your coaching question for one of my next episodes. Have a happy day.